Welcome and thank you for joining us. This video is for test takers and parents who want to learn more about the MET Go speaking test. I'm Rachel and I'm an assessment developer with Michigan Language Assessment.
My name is Brent. I'm also an assessment developer at Michigan Language Assessment. Rachel and I were both on the team that created the MET Go test, and we're both trained speaking examiners.
We also help create the rating tool, which is used to score the test, and create the personalized feedback that test takers receive after the test. So today we're going to discuss the MET Go speaking section.
MET Go is an engaging English test with full-color illustrations. It's designed for middle school-aged learners, so 11 to 15-year-olds. Each test taker receives personalized recommendations on the back of their score report with activities and other ways they can improve their skills. Test takers also receive a certificate of achievement after taking MET Go. Now Rachel will talk about the different parts of the MET Go speaking section.
The speaking section of the test has 4 parts and takes about 10 minutes to complete. Part 1 is a warm-up so the test taker can get comfortable. This part of the test is not scored. In Part 2, the test taker will describe the differences between 2 pictures. In Part 3, the test taker will describe a picture and tell a story about it. Part 4 consists of a personal experience question and a question about the test taker's opinion. Now we're going to listen to a sample performance of the MET Go speaking test.
Welcome to the MET Go speaking test. My name is Raul and I'll be giving you the test. What is your name?
My name is Raul.
Nice to meet you. Your registration number is 01013.
Yes.
Now I will tell you about the speaking test. This test has 4 parts and lasts about 10 minutes. You will see the task on the test cards. I will also read them to you.
Yeah.
In part 1, we will have a short conversation. Okay? Parts 2 and 3, you will talk about some pictures. In part 4, you will talk about yourself.
Yes.
There are no right or wrong answers in this test. Please say as much as you can for each task. I will tell you when your time is up. Before we begin, did you understand the information about the test?
Yes.
Now we're going to start the first part of the test. This is a short practice conversation. I'm going to ask you the questions on the test card. Remember, there are no right or wrong answers.
Yes.
How are you today?
I am fine.
What is the weather like today?
Today is not sunny
Okay.
and it's cold.
Yeah. Do you like this weather?
Yes. Sometimes.
How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
And when is your birthday?
My birthday is on.
Right. Tell me about your family.
My family is confirmed with my father, my mom, and my sister.
All right. Where do you live? Tell me about your home.
I live in a house and we have 3 floors
All right.
and we have a quincho.
All right. Thank you. Now we're going to start the second part of the test. Look at the 2 pictures. Many things are the same, but some things are different. For example, in both pictures, there is a bed. But in picture 1, the bed is small, and in picture 2, the bed is big.
Yes.
What else is different? Say as much as you can. You have 90 seconds.
The style hair, the mom's style hair is different. The library, the pet, in picture 2 is a cat, and in picture 1 is a rabbit. No, my rabbit.
Okay.
And in picture 1, in the bathroom, the water is falling, and in picture 2 not. And the boy in picture 2 is sit, and the other not. And in picture 2, he is wearing a white shirt, and in picture 1, using a red t-shirt.
Can you tell me more?
And the carpet is different. In one is a circle and the other is a and it's a, uh, a guitar in number one and number two is a rocket.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. Now, part 3. Tell me what you see in the picture and tell me a story about it. Say as much as you can. You have 60 seconds.
And in this picture, the teacher is making a lesson for the children, and a girl is falling. And another two person is laughing. The girl is falling, and at the moment, another teacher entered the room, and all the children are studying a song. And another one is singing,
Okay.
and the teacher is drinking a coffee.
All right. Thank you. Now we're going to start the last part of the test. There will be 2 questions in this part of the test. You will have a short time to plan each of your answers. Then you will have 60 seconds to talk about each question. Let's talk about you. Tell me about a time in the past when you went to a concert or listened to music. You have 10 seconds to plan your answer. Okay, now you have 60 seconds to talk. Say as much as you can.
The last year, me and my mother went to saw Cirque du Soleil, and it was funny and very exciting because the persons were doing strange things, and the Cirque du Soleil, this concert was from Soda Stereo, and the songs were in the concert was to Soda Stereo. And then we went with my mom to eat McDonald's, and then we went to sleep because we were.
All right, thank you. Let's move on to the next question. Let's talk about your opinion. Some people like to listen to music when they study. Other people prefer to study in a quiet place. What do you think is the best way to study? Give your opinion and reasons to support it. You have 10 seconds to plan your answer. Okay, now you have 60 seconds to talk. Say as much as you can.
The best way to study is study in a quiet place because the music maybe you
Tell me more.
maybe the music make you distract, and in my opinion it's best study in a quiet place because it's more the concentration, and you will study more and this.
Okay. Well, this is the end of the MET Go speaking test. Thank you.
The test taker we just heard is able to complete all of the tasks during the speaking section. In part 2, he states several differences between the 2 pictures. In part 3, he describes some details about the objects and figures. and he tells a story about what is happening in the picture. In Part 4, Task 1, he talks about his experience going to Cirque du Soleil with his mother, and he gives some supporting details. In Part 4, Task 2, he provides a preference that he likes to study in a quiet place and gives a reason to support it.
Each test taker who takes the MET Go will receive a detailed report after the test. This includes personalized feedback on their performance in all sections of the test, as well as some activities that they can do to improve their English skills. This gives the test taker more detailed information on their performance and allows them to take ownership by reading feedback about their test. We make sure that all of the feedback that is given is easy to read and understand by our test takers. Also, this information is great for teachers because it helps them identify the strengths and areas of improvement for their students and allows them to monitor the progress of their students.
Now let's take a look at the feedback report from the test taker whose performance we listened to. Based on his performance, the report gives him information about the things that he did well. For example, describing familiar places and things and connecting his ideas together. It also gives him areas for improvement, such as practicing including reasons to explain what he thinks. Oftentimes, the examiner had to ask the question, "Can you tell me more?" in order to get the test taker to elaborate on his responses. So this test taker could definitely do some work practicing speaking for extended periods of time.
Some activities that the test taker could do to improve his skills include watching or listening to a news story and telling a friend about his opinion, giving reasons why he feels that way. All of the feedback and activities for improvement are tailored to each individual test taker's performance. This is a very unique feature of MET Go. We wanted to give our test takers formative assessment on their English and show them a path of improvement. Now we're going to share some tips for test takers as they prepare for the MET Go speaking section.
Because the speaking section includes pictures, we recommend using them when you practice your English. You can use pictures you've taken or even find some online. Describe what you see in English using full sentences. For example, you could say, "In this picture, there's a bicycle next to the tree." You could also describe what the people in the picture are doing. You could find two pictures of a similar object or place, and with a friend, you can describe the similarities and differences between them.
When practicing responding to personal questions, you can brainstorm a list of questions and write them down on slips of paper and put them in a hat. These can be questions about experiences that you've had, for example, your favorite vacation, or preferences. Do you like listening to music while you study? Why or why not? Take a question from the hat and try to talk about it for 1 full minute. So Brent and I are going to demonstrate. Brent, tell me about your favorite teacher. What do you like about them?
All right, my favorite teacher was my high school Spanish teacher. I really liked her class because she made learning Spanish really fun. She was very energetic and had a very great personality for teaching. She really made sure to involve all the students in the class. We did skits and listened to music and all sorts of things to help us learn the language better.
Great. Practice setting a timer and speaking for a full 60 seconds. It might not seem like a lot, but this can feel like a very long time. With practice, it will get easier. Ask a family member or friend to listen while you talk, or you could even talk in front of a mirror. Try to keep talking and let your thoughts flow. The more you talk, the better, so it's best not to get stuck on one vocabulary word. And now some overall tips. During the test, make sure that you answer all of the questions. Try to provide as much supporting detail as you can. Don't worry about finding the right word or making sure that your sentences are perfect. Practice just talking as much as you can. During part 4, make use of the 10 seconds of planning time to plan your answers. Use that time to think about the experience that you want to share or your preference and reasons for it. And above all, try to have fun and do your best.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that we've been able to answer some of your questions about MET Go speaking. You can visit our website to check out some free resources for practicing your English for MET Go. If you have any questions about MET Go, please feel free to email us at info@michiganassessment.org.